Hey there folks, thanks for joining me. I got something a little different for you today. So I was contacted by Vevor, that distributor of Chinese products. They have pottery wheels and all sorts of things for sale. And they have a pottery kiln here. They wrote to me and asked if I'd do a review of it, and I sort of said, well, okay. So they sent me the kiln. Here it is. I will try to be honest about it, what I think of it, and give you the unvarnished truth. Okay, here goes. First of all, I should say it came very well boxed in a double corrugated box. This is good. I'm only saying that because, you know, sometimes these things, they come pretty beaten up, you know, when they arrive. So it's got a lot of good foam insulation there. So this is the kiln. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. Here it is. It comes with leather gloves. Quite nice. Comes with a set of, I would think, stainless steel tongs. The manual. Now it comes here. It says electric melting furnace. I thought, ooh, what's that mean? Maybe that's a new descriptive word for a pottery kiln. I thought, oh, okay. What else can I say? You can see it's stainless steel. It has a door clip here. Ceramic fibre insert in the door here. Quite nicely made if you think about it. It's just a thickness of metal there, you know, around the inside capacity. I thought was rather small from a pottery point of view, from a ceramic point of view. So you see the elements embedded there in the wall. Down here we have the on-off switch and the digital readout here display. According to what I've read, the kiln is good for 2200 Fahrenheit. Coming round the other side here. There is the Vevor sticker. One thing you'll note is that it only requires normal domestic electric supply to function. Clip comes across there, closes the door. It does have a vent hole at the top here, a handle to lift it by. Whether I would trust lifting it by that, I'd be a bit dubious about lifting it using only that. I'd want to put a hand underneath somewhere as well. So, I mean, first of all, from a ceramic pottery perspective, as I said, I'm going to give you the honest truth about this. They thought that it could be possibly used for doing raku. So here is a raku bowl that I made some time ago. And yeah, I mean, you could put maybe one pot in there, and with these tongs you could lift it out and put it in your sawdust or whatever. So I mean, it's not really, if you just wanted a kiln to reach bisque temperature, like say if you wanted to, as I do, and I've talked to you about this before, just, you know, make some of these roller wheel stamps which only need to be bisque fired. Well, you could place a number of these in there, you know, quite a few. I think though the facts of the matter are that, and it becomes apparent when you look more into the manual here, that this is not really designed as a ceramic pottery kiln. It's really for, and you can see here, metal, copper, silver, gold. So it's really for use with you would probably want to put inside in here like a crucible into which you would be trying to melt your metals. So the only use that I could possibly think that you could use it for is possibly for doing raku. The inside measurement of that, let's just quickly measure it so you get some idea. It's about 6 inches by 6 by 5.5 deep. So yeah, I mean, if it was me, what would I personally use that for? Would I use it for doing raku? Maybe I would. I could use it for doing what I told you about with those stamps. From a production point of view, from making anything in any quantity, obviously it's not going to work. It's too small. So there it is. This is only supposed to be a 10-minute video, so I can't really give you more information than that. Assuming that it works, maybe we should just plug it in, shouldn't we? Let me just put the camera down here a second. I'm going to bring it across here. Whoa! That wasn't good. Alright, it's plugged in. Let's shut the door. Let's shut the door and just turn this on. Well, you can hear a fan comes on, and you've got your digital readout there. So yeah, I'd have to look in the manual more to find out what these buttons actually do. Okay, I guess this is setting some kind of temperature that you want it to get up to, maybe. Yeah. Altogether, I would say it's a nice little kiln and it's well made. Oh gosh, something. I don't think that was an electric shock. Yeah. It's got a thermocouple you see there in the corner, which is reading the temperature. So that's my short little review of the kiln. On the face of it, it looks a nice kiln. How useful it would be for me personally, it would have limited use. I might use it occasionally for doing something, like I said, for stamps, or maybe the occasional bit of raku work. Okay folks, there it is. This is the review of the Vevor electric melting furnace, model KD-Z6651. Okay folks, there it is. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.